And then there came a phase in my life where I think I started listening to a lot of people, and I maybe started listening to the wrong people who convinced me to do certain films, I think for many different reasons. And I think that was the wrong choice for me, because I think I should have stuck to my own gut or whatever. On the train, I've been thinking for 3 years that I need to change, I need something like that. But it didn't come because people kept offering me the things that I had shown them evidence of on screen.
True.
There would be times when I would be crying and being like, why am I not liking what I'm doing, or why am I not getting a film that I really want? And people around me would be like, it's fine, it's a phase. They never said, you know what, leave and don't do this anymore. Never, nobody ever gave up on me. I also used to give up. And I used to feel like, should I just not do anything or whatever? And people were like, you're mad? Not at all. Like, you have to do it. It was the worst thing that happened to me, honestly, because and genuinely in like those months, it took me almost a year, and in that year I felt like I'm never gonna get better. Like, there was no way, and people would tell me you will get better, and I'd be like, you don't know what you're saying, you don't know how I'm feeling. Like, it was so bad that again, that 1 year I don't even remember. There are blank spots because I was just sleeping all day or I was crying all day, and it was the lowest phase of my life.
After a year, I'm inside a train, but I'm not alone. I'm with the girl on the train. A girl, when she came into Bollywood, she was considered the trailblazer. Over years of dedication, passion and hard work, we have Parineeti Chopra charting her own territory in Bollywood. Welcoming Parineeti in conversation with Bollywood Bubble. Welcome to Bollywood Bubble.
Thank you so much. I want to start this interview by telling the viewers that I love how Mr. Nayandeep is looking today.
Thanks to Sohail and Victor.
Sohail and Victor, you have done an amazing job. He's looking fabulous.
Thank you so much. So I will start off with, I have always asked you with about, when you came in, you walked in as this person who didn't know much about films, who stumbled upon films by chance, because we know how it happened with you. Rani ma'am spotted you, Rani ma'am told you and everything. We'll not get into that story. Do you feel happy with the way you have charted your own territories and created, your own setup in a way? The kind of films that you've done and the kind of films that you're already going to do now, which you've signed. Do you feel that you are in a space where you're happy?
So I feel like this is how I feel about the work that I've done. Like you said, at the start, it was like 3 or 4 years of amazing stuff. And I also didn't know how I was choosing films. I was just going with my gut and then doing it, blah, blah, blah. And then there came a phase in my life where I think I started listening to a lot of people, and I maybe started listening to the wrong people who convinced me to do certain films, I think for many different reasons. And I think that was the wrong choice for me, because I think I should have stuck to my own gut or whatever. Because the one thing that I had was that disconnect from the industry and that outside view, because I was never in it and I've never lived in Bombay or whatever. Now I feel like I'm back to that. Like now, a couple of years ago, like when I signed this film, or when I signed Saina Nehwal, or when I signed Animal, all these 3 films I feel like are the films that I wanted to do, are the films that I am as excited as I felt like when I was doing,
Hasi To
Fasi, or an Ishaqzade, or a Shuddh Desi Romance, or even Ricky Behel. Even Ricky Behel I did, which was the riskiest debut, because there were 4 girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even at that time, I felt this feeling that I have in my heart right now. Like, I feel like, no, this is what I want to do, and I think it's fine, So let's hope. I don't know. I hope I'm right about this, but I think that maybe this is back to where I wanted to be,
Hasi To Fasi was a complex character.
Yeah.
People fell in love with your character, but it was very difficult.
Yeah.
When we see the trailer of The Girl on the Train, it is also a very complex, layered character.
Yeah.
Do you feel that that is a conscious move that you've made? Whenever you've had to bounce back or prove something to detractors, you've done it with a complex character. Have you ever noticed that?
So...
Even Bindu was complex.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. Having said that, actors don't make those decisions. We do the films that are offered to us.
True.
So even A Girl on the Train, I've been thinking for 3 years that I need to change, I need something like that. But it didn't come because people kept offering me the things that I had shown them evidence of on screen.
True.
So when I'm writing a script, I'll be like, who should I cast for this? Oh, Pariniti, she does this really well, we'll call her. And then I also don't have anything else, so I'll do that film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'll ask me, but why did you do the same film again? So it's not as black and white as that. So actors choose out of what they are offered. So this is why I'm so close to Ribu and I'm so thankful to Ribu, is that he saw it when nobody else saw it. He wrote this film and thought of me, even though I was the anti-image, I was the anti-casting. But he showed me that faith, and honestly, life is this, when people give you the chances when you need them, I could go to someone and say, sir, मैं Girl on the Train कर सकती. They'll be like, हमने तो नहीं देखा, but he didn't do that. So to answer your question, I don't try and make a comeback with a complex character. I always wanted to do this, but it took 3 or 4 years to find it.
Yeah.
And in that interim, I had to do all those films, which I wasn't really loving, but I was doing. Having said that, all of them were not bad. Like, I loved doing Kesari, I loved doing Golmaal. But most other films I felt like I was just doing because it was right for that time,
You, in my previous interview where we spoke, you said that there were moments of self-doubt because of what you were choosing. How did you deal with that? Did that break you down at any point? Did that make you, did that get you confused about what you're doing?
No, see, I'll tell you 2 very big things that happened in my career. One is in terms of, the films that I chose and what happened and, how people reacted to me, etc. And 2 was how I used to look and how I changed that, These 2 very big events that happened in my career, okay? And both times now, when I was looking at, what people were saying about me, when I was reading that feedback, I always agreed with them. I never said, no, I'm absolutely dressing amazing and I look very fit. I never argued that because I'm a very objective person. I'm also a very honest person. So I always was like, yes, you guys are right. I'm working on it. Just give me a year. I'll do it. And then I did that transformation. Even in the films, when people are like, why is she doing such crappy films? I was like, I know, just give me a minute. I'm trying to figure it out. The only problem is that we do it in public, so people are judging you while it's happening also. You don't get that time to let me disappear and come back. You don't get that. So actually it makes me smile that it's okay, it's part of my journey. It never broke me, and can I tell you, the fact that people still care is what keeps me going. People love you. Yeah, people could have given up on me. They could have said, oh, she'll never look good, or listen, she'll never be able to do well in films. But no, today, like, 3 directors, which is starting with Girl on the Train, Saina Nehwal, even Sandeep Banga with Animal, they've still shown me that love and support. So that means a lot. That means that I did enough good work and karma in my first few years.
But you walked into the Girl on the Train, if I'm not wrong.
I did.
You're one of those actors who's not hesitant to approach filmmakers to get a film if you really like, or if you know that this is a film that I want to do.
Yeah.
You do know that a lot of filmmakers and a lot of actors are very hesitant in that.
Yeah.
So you never had those inhibitions at all?
No, so I actually never did it before the Girl on the Train. This was when I finally said enough is enough. I'm going to change that. I used to be hesitant. I used to feel really awkward selling myself and saying, sir, please cast me and all. I could never send that message. I could never do it. And we know all these people, but we don't really go up to them, humko kaam do. I can't do that. It's just not me. But Girl on the Train, I was like, listen, this is a film that I want. Like, I have to do this film. I have to do this character. And so I called them. But again, that wasn't a struggle because they were calling me on literally in the same few days. So it kind of worked out on its own,
Battling social perceptions can be a task,
Oh, yeah.
But when you were doing that, do you remember the worst things said to you, or the worst kind of advice that you got from people which maybe you never listened to, or maybe you listened to and you regretted it?
Seriously, and I mean it with all my heart, even then, including people like you or anybody around me, were all like you. They were like, listen, we can see that something's going wrong, but it'll happen.
There's magic.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it was. I can't explain it. People, there would be times when I would be crying and being like, why am I not liking what I'm doing, or why am I not getting a film that I really want? And people around me would be like, it's fine, it's a phase. They never said, you know what, leave and don't do this anymore. Never. Nobody ever gave up on me. I also used to give up. And I used to feel like, should I just not do anything or whatever? And people were like, you're mad? Not at all. Like, you have to do it. A lot of people gave me a lot of confidence in, you're a talented person, back your talent, keep doing this, etc., etc. So I'm very blessed that there were those kind of people, starting with you and starting with so many people from the media, genuinely was so nice. They were so nice. They used to say, oh, she's not doing this well, or oh, she's not dressing well, but we know it'll happen. That is a weird thing that has always stuck with me, that the love never stopped.
So as a person and as an audience who has witnessed your career, I want to say that, like you said, there has always been that magic in you. But whenever you have taken those gaps and come back, forget the box office, you've delivered. My question is that Girl on the Train is a very challenging character as well.
Yeah.
You've always proved your detractors wrong every time they've tried to pin you down. This is that moment, and I feel when I watch the trailer, you have seen the comments that are coming. Is there that sense of confidence because of the comments and the response?
No. I'm dying. I'm dying of nervousness because you just don't know. And I don't want to be that person. But I will tell you this. The kind of reaction and comments and, like you said, phone calls that I've been getting, I feel like the film is already out. As if people are calling me and said, I loved the film. I said, but the film is not out. They said, no, I mean trailer. People are talking like they've seen the film,
I've seen few scenes. They're amazing.
I know. And we've not even, we tried to show you the safe stuff.
Yeah.
So, because we don't want to reveal everything. So, we smartly showed everything. But exactly like this, I can feel like people are not faking it. I feel like, okay, maybe people have not liked it, I don't know. But at least the ones who are talking to us are very positive. I swear there is half of me that wants this film to release right now. I want myself to go and upload it. And the other half of me is I'm not ready for it to release. Please give me more time. You know what I mean? Even right now I'm getting gooseflesh just thinking about it because I feel like this is my baby. I feel so invested in it.
You said in an interview that it was an emotionally drenching film for you.
Yeah.
It reminded you of past memories. I won't get into the scenes that reminded you because that would be spoiler.
Too revealing. Yeah.
But what were the moments and how did you tackle with those kind of situations? Coming out of that phase takes a lot of time and getting back there and then again coming back can be difficult.
Yeah, it was crazy, that real life and real life was all getting mixed. Because I would be crying all day in scenes and then suddenly I would be happy, lunch break, and then I would get into a crying scene again. And then maybe tomorrow I have a really difficult scene to do, so I'm going home and prepping for it. So I was in that zone at all times. I never thought of, let me go shopping and let me do this and that. Never. And on the days that it was just not coming, because sometimes you would hit a creative block and it's just not coming because sometimes tears dry up, yeah? Then I would go back to those memories and be like, okay, what did I feel at that time? Let me channelize that. Then sometimes it was honestly 2 months of a crazy trance that I was in, And today, I feel drained because I feel like imagine if you cried for 12 hours. How would you feel that night before sleeping? You'd be like, I'm exhausted. Now do that for 2 months. So at the end of 2 months, I was finished, but I was so happy. I was smiling from the inside.
Okay, people don't know, but I'll not reveal too much. But I remember the day your song came out, Meri Pyari Bindu. You and I had a conversation, and I think it's in the same phase.
Yeah.
And I think we were in a similar kind of phase
in our personal
lives.
Yes.
Dealing with that kind of a phase is traumatic because I can say because I've been through the same. And it takes you months to get over that one thing that. And let go of somebody, let go of something.
Absolutely.
How difficult was it? Because you were staying alone, just like me. I want to know how difficult was it.
It was it was the worst. It was the worst thing that happened to me, honestly, because and genuinely in those months, it took me almost a year. And in that year, I felt like I'm never going to get better. There was no way. And people would tell me, you will get better. And I'd be like, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know how I'm feeling. It was so bad. That again, that 1 year, I don't even remember. There are blank spots because I was just sleeping all day or I was crying all day, and it was the lowest phase of my life. And till today, even Bindu or even things that I did in that year, they still give me that little bit of a palpitation. They still give me that muscle memory, and I still
True.
will immediately take a step back, and I will. It's left a very big mark inside me. But the moment that ended, I have never felt happier. I have never felt lighter.
Same.
And I felt like literally overnight I grew up. Like I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
like last night I was a different person, and today in the morning I'm a different
And
person.
perspectives change.
Everything
towards
changed.
life. Yeah.
Suddenly changed. Then came Girl on the Train shoot, and this was another eureka that happened in my life. Like again, overnight I felt like I had changed as an actor, as a person. Even now, like my friends are people from this crew. You know, starting with Ribu down to, you know, people, everybody
Yeah.
who was working on the film. They're my family now. And they've changed me, and I feel like a different person, and I feel new energy inside me, and I smile all the time. Not to say I have not bad days, of course I have bad days, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you grow up, you
Yeah.
just grow up, and then
Life
you smile.
becomes different, that's for
Yeah.
sure. But you know, Pari, I will always be happy if you are happy.
So
and
sweet. You're
I
so
know
sweet.
that there will always be that magic in you, no matter
So
what people say.
sweet.
You will always keep coming back and proving your detractors wrong. Because that's the strength in you. All the
Thank
best
you,
for the
so
Girl
sweet.
on the Train. I
Thank
hope it
you.
does wonders.
Thank you so much.